Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Welcome to the Business Growth Expo, and I'm delighted to be here. First time in the Isle of Man, and yes, great new faces here, and thank you for everyone to come and to join us this morning. I want to share you my story. That how I got into this industry, how I got into networking. My background was fashion. Always loved the fashion industry. I used to work for Hegab and sold suits. And then one day I went to a business show in London with over 500 people. And I was one of those people in the audience, like you are today, looking at three keynote speakers. One that I didn't even know, I never even heard of. One was a guy called Kevin Green. He's one of the UK's biggest property landlords that owns over 1,000 properties. The other guy that I saw was a guy called Andy Harrington, who used to work with Tony Robbins. He's a professional keynote speaker. And the third person that I saw was a lady called Sharon Lecter. Just raise your hands, anyone in the audience today have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Well, you all know the story about Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad was written by Sharon Lecter and Robert Kiyosaki about their two dads. And the story tells about Rich Dad Poor Dad. This lady here, I saw her on stage, and she inspired me that the power of association, the power of your network, the people that you know, the people that can make a difference to your life through business. And Sharon was one of those people that I saw in the audience. I thought, wow, I was absolutely blown away. And I drove all the way from Cardiff to London to see her. There was about 500 people in the audience. And I came back in the car like, wow, what I've been sort of like doing for the last 10 years, I didn't know I was doing it. And I thought, wow, imagine if I went into the business doing this full time. And at the time, my wife at the time had a networking company, but it was more of a lifestyle business. It was like 30 odd members once a month. And I said to her, well, listen, this lady here has inspired me. And those who don't know who she is, please read her. She's an advisory to President Bush and President Obama. She's an 8 times best-selling author, and there's a photo there of me with her at her house. And about a year later, I had an opportunity to be mentored by her. And at the time, she was looking for a couple of people to mentor the UK. Unfortunately, her son had died previously. He killed himself in her house, and she went very, very quiet, and she was very sort of depression she went, and she decided, I want to get back out there and do what I love doing. And then I had an opportunity to say, I want to be mentored, and there was only one condition: the price. The price was a lot of money. And a lot of people said to me, oh, is it worth it or not? In the end, I decided I'm taking a gamble. I'm going to learn from the best out there. Someone who sits on the advisory boards of the American government must be someone special. And she was the one that inspired me to be mentored, and I'll be coached by her for 3 years. What she taught me is the power of association and the power who to meet. And anyone in the world you can meet and be connected to. And at the time then, I got mentored by Sharon, me and my wife did. There was an 8-hour time difference. She lived in Scottsdale, Arizona. She used to mentor us at midnight. So you do a day's work and you have to wait till like midnight to have your hours coaching. To 1 o'clock, I was shattered. But what she taught me was invaluable to be taught about the power of networking. What you see here is some of the people that I've met, and they come to my events. I've hosted over 500 events in the last 10 years. I've had some of the biggest names on stage. I've had events where we hosted one of the biggest events in the UK, where a few of you in this room were at that event, what we did in Cardiff with Lord Sugar and Grant Cardone. We've got two of the biggest powerful players in the industry, Lord Sugar and Grant Cardone. Their fees for that event were £250,000. So before you actually open an event like this, I'm like £500,000 down before I make a penny. But I raise that money through sponsorships and brands as well. So some of these guys here that I've worked with, there's Les Brown and Dr. John DiMartini. Some of these guys you may know or you don't know, but what I would say is the guy on the right there, Dr. John DiMartini, one of the most intelligent guys I've ever met in my life. Les Brown, if you heard of the great speakers like the Tony Robbins, the Les Browns, the Brian Tracy's, Dr. DiMartini, these are the top 10 speakers in the world. If you go to their concerts, Les Brown is something like 80,000 people. Look at archives, look at the YouTubes are there. These guys are legends. I had the great honour of working with all these guys. And I'll share with you how I met these guys and how I went to work with Richard Branson and take clients to his house. And I'm the only person in the UK who can take people to his house at an event that we host every year with over 250 people. And I'll tell you how I got to do that as well. So, my top 10 tips to be a global networker and to meet needs of people. Okay. People say business cards are a dying breed. Absolutely rubbish. Yeah? Opportunities are everywhere. Opportunities are every single day. A business card can change your life. No doubt about it. Business cards have changed now. They've gone to electronic cards now, where you just have one card, tap your phone, put your details in, and bang. But the most important thing is having that information on you, because you never know where you're going to meet someone. Like today, how many people here today will come without a business card? You're going to remember their names on LinkedIn or Facebook. It's impossible. So my golden rule is always carry a business card. It's so important. We have a fantastic brand here. One of my clients, one of my members, is One Card. One Cards are exhibiting just down there. I've got a One Card card. You tap the phone, put the details on there, bang, done. You don't have to buy another business card again ever. Perfect. So go see those guys there. Well worth the investment of having as well. So I always say, make sure if you're out somewhere, you get an opportunity, you go somewhere, even if I saw someone in the supermarket, there's your card, give me a call. Or if you tap your phone, something like that. Business cards are an absolute must. And I meet so many people in the last 2 or 3 years who don't carry business cards. And you try and remember my name or their name when you've been out somewhere meeting 10 people. Absolutely impossible. Always remember it's about the quality, not the quantity, when meeting people at networking events. I've met 2 people already today who are fantastic connections and already met. Now, what's the average of people you would meet to say it's been a great day? 5, 10? It's irrelevant. You can meet 100 people today and build 100 relationships, but it takes time to do all that. Yeah? You've got to build the trust first. You've got to build the reputation. You've got to get to know them, know, like, and trust. That's one of the first things I would say about meeting people, right? Gain that trust first. But also, who's associated to you that people know who they are? So that's another thing I would say as well. So if you work with people that you work with as well, and you introduce them in your network, you've got the credibility factor as well. So if you meet 3 people today or 5 people, and you've got strong bonds with those guys, that's a good result. Don't worry about it. I've done events with 7,000 people. You're going to meet 100 people max if you've got a team of people. It's impossible to meet all those people. And it's a bit of luck. I always believe it's like sliding doors. You either walk that way or you go that way. Which one should I go? That way or that way? You might meet that person. So it's all about, I'm a big believer, of meeting people, law of attraction. You're meant to meet people. You know, your face remembers someone. Oh, I remember you. I remember your name. I never forgot your name. It's meeting those sort of people as well. Sorry about the thumbs up, but I've been clicking normally. But anyway, uh, never go into your sales pitch. When you meet people, remember one thing. This is what I got taught. It's always about other people, not you. Them first, you later. Find out. So what do you guys do? What's your interests? How can we help you guys? Yeah. Never go. Well, I'm this. We do this. We got 10 million customers. We turn 100 million pounds. Blah 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 blah. And they go right. Okay. So what do you do? Well, thanks for that. It's always about them. So always put the emphasis of the other people more than you. That's what you do. This is what we do. Yeah. But it's always about them. So always say, never go into your sales pitch and just tell people it's all about them, not you as well. Business cards. Yeah. Business cards. One thing I learned about shows, meeting, a lot of people. How do I work out who said, oh God, I'm interested in your products. I want to, I definitely want to do business with you. I want to come to the event. I can deal with those products. I want it there. Grade your business cards. I put A, B, C. A is like a hot lead. B, I'm interested in your products. C, do you know what? Great product. Put me in a database. Send me some stuff. Maybe we do business 6 months or a year's time. You never know when you're going to do business. There's no time frame on it. You can do it straight away. I've had clients that take me 3 years to do business with them. 3 years. It's all about timing. So always grade your business cards on your hot leads when you get home. Spread them all out. A, B, C. This is my important pile. They're the red hot leads. I want to do business with you, or you can have my business, or we want to do something together. So always grade your business cards to work out the people you meet today as well. It's a true saying. Zig Ziglar said this saying, yeah? The more people that help, the more people you help, the more you get back in life. It's so true. I had the great honour of meeting Tom Ziglar. He's the CEO of the Zig Ziglar. Hands up, do you know anyone in this audience who knows who Zig Ziglar is? Brilliant. One of the greatest speakers of all time. Legend, like Les Brown. And Tom Ziglar runs the organisation now, and I've had him many times on my podcasts and interviews online. Great legend guy as well. And he states one of the most famous sayings of all time, yeah? Help people first, people come later. It's not about what you buy from me today, or join my network, or what I can do. It's about how I can help you. Because if I help you get business, what are you going to do? You're going to tell your friends, you're going to tell your family, you're going to tell other people. So always help more people, and you will get the rewards back. I always say you meet two types of people in life: the givers and the takers. Yeah, the givers are the ones who want to help people, and the takers go, "What's in it for me then?" Yeah, classic example. I'll share with you a story at the end. How I thought of someone, what do I get? But it turned out to be, I'll do it for free. So don't always judge a book by its cover. So I'll tell that at the end of it as well. It's good to talk to strangers, to smart networking events. I'll give an example. You never know who, I don't know any of you here at all. I know Santosh. Yeah? I don't know anyone. I know John. Right? But I don't know anyone, yeah? But if I sat on my stand looking miserable, and I'm looking, oh God, what am I doing here, yeah? Who's going to talk to me? Yeah? No one. Always have a smile on your face, be approachable, say hi to everyone. Because you never know who you're going to smile to and say hello to as well, yeah? So always have a smile, networking events, wherever you go. Always be positive, have passion, yeah? And one thing I always say, always be remembered. You leave this show today, yeah? You go home tonight, you say to your partner, what was it like? Yeah, it was good. What was the speakers like? What was the exhibitors like? Oh yeah, there was this one guy, Jesus, I remember him. Be rememberable and stand out, yeah? You leave the show today. So that in your head, follow those guys on LinkedIn, follow those guys on Facebook. Oh yeah, he's got a funny surname, isn't he? That's it. Remember him, yeah? You'll never forget him. You'll never forget him or her, but be rememberable as well. It's good to talk to strangers. Never judge a book by its cover. Oh my God. How many people I've seen come to my events and said, oh, do you know what? There's no one in here I can do business with. Nah, this doesn't look like the right people. I'm going to go now. You'd be surprised. I've had people come to my events and walk the other way. They haven't got a clue who they are. Yeah? You never know who he knows, or who she knows, or who they're connected to. Yeah? So never judge a book by its cover. The way they dress, they could be the smartest man in the room, or they could be the scruffiest person in the room. Never judge a book by its cover. You never know who they know. So that's one of my golden tips there. Always be the one that is listening to people in groups. Yeah? How very true. Some of the greatest salespeople that I've worked with, yeah, one of the number one tips they said, why are you so good at what you do, is that they listen. Top salespeople don't either shut up or they just listen. They listen to what's going on. They captured it all, and then they say what they want to say. But listening skills is always about other people. Listen to people how they talk. Listen to people what they're saying. Listen to what key things they're saying, so that makes an advantage for you. Is how can you help them? That's what it's about. So listening is one of the top tips in networking. When you hear people talking, listen, assume what they're going to do or how you can help them, and it's about retracting to those guys. How can I help you guys going forward? This is one of the biggest tips in networking. Yeah, setting up referral partnerships with people, collaborations. Yeah, and let me give you an example. People say, I got a solicitor's company, and I just met somebody, he's a solicitor, or he's a competitor to me. Yeah, or someone does similar industry sectors. Yeah, it's good to collaborate. Yeah, it's good to set up referral partnerships. You know, one of the biggest industries in referrals, estate agents and accountants. Yeah, they're massive. They've always got partners. They get paid on that as well. Yeah, so create partnerships. But create referral partners, because we give an example. The more referral partners you got, is the more money income you got. If you got 10 people out there promoting your business, you got 10 salespeople promoting you. So create that, income streams. Not just thinking, well, it's all about me. I talk about my business. That's it. Create good brand association. Create loyalty and incentivize people with referrals. You know, if someone joins my network and they spend a certain amount, we pay them to £1,000 just by saying, "Oh, he's looking to join our network. He's looking to get out there. Here's Johnny. Nice to meet you. Come to my events. I want to join. There you go. There's something I introduced you for. Then I'm going to give you a benefit and a return." It's so important. You know, referrals are absolutely massive. For me, this is the number one golden tip in networking. It's called the fortune of follow-up. 85% of people here today will fail to follow up. 85%. I'll ring you tomorrow, mate. We'll make an appointment next week. Yeah, I'll put you in my diary and we'll catch up. Yeah. 85% of people do not do it. The fortune is in the follow-up. If you follow up with people, you look professional. If you don't follow with people, are you going to do business with that person? They're not going to touch you with a barge pole. Yeah? The fortune and the professionalism as well. Follow these guys on LinkedIn. Follow on Facebook. Follow on social media. Great to meet you. Right? How can we help each other? Let's get on a Zoom call. I got clients. Who are you looking to meet? How can I help your business in my network? Okay, I got clients here, there. They may be interested in what you guys do. Let me introduce those person. Have the Zoom calls. Follow those relationships. Create those partnerships with those people, because that will get you business. That to me is the number one tip in people fail in networking, is the follow-up. And I can't, mention this enough. So if you're one of those people who go, well, you know what, I got my business cards, I get home tonight, I put it on the side of my cabinets, and I'll do it later. A week goes by, guess what, they're still there. 2 weeks go by, Paul, I'm going to say to me, Paul, do you think I should follow up like 3 weeks later? Sure you could. Just say, you've been busy, you've been doing certain things, great to meet you, let's go on a Zoom call, how can we follow up with you guys, and how can we build a relationship? Business is all about one thing, about building trust, it's about relationships, and how can I help you in your business? That's what it's about. Okay, this is, I'm Global Director for the Hungarian Business Alliance. We host 10 events a year. We have an exclusive event next week in London. It's at that fantastic building in London there, 55 Broadway. We've hired the whole rooftop. Put your hands up if you like champagne, canapes, beers, wine, beautiful food. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Yeah. So we do 10 events a year. We have an event next week, next Tuesday. Starts at 6 o'clock. You're most welcome to all come. I'm going to generous mood today. Yeah, you can all come for the members price. Okay, it's £22 plus VAT on event price. Okay, instead of paying 34, come for £22. We'll have a fantastic time. We have a fantastic speaker. I'm a big football fan. I'm a big Liverpool fan, Cardiff City fan, as you probably know. This guy here, Stephen Corker, used to play for Cardiff City, used to play for Liverpool, got an England cap. He's talking about mental health. He just interviewed Gav Southgate last week. He's making big waves in the football world and about mental health in the workplace. He's going to be talking about that. We have a guy there called Dalrymple, the CEO of Creation. Creation do amazing websites. He's a branding expert. He works with like multi-million-pound companies. He's going to talk about branding. Steve's going to be talking about mental health in the workplace, and you'll see the CEO there is my business partner, Susanna. She's the former global vice president for Harley Davidson, and I've also got myself there. So if you want to come to the event, come and see me. I'll give you my cards. I'll send you the link. I'd love to see you there. Be about 80 to 100 companies there. But if you want to grow your network and you want to meet people from Europe and from Hungary, then a great opportunity to network as well. We have a business trip in October, which is a 2-day event. It's going on the 4th and 5th of October. There's 150 companies going. We've got 100 companies from Hungary that want to connect to people in the UK. And the first day, we're taking all our clients to the top champagne manufacturing company to see how all the champagne's made and a bit of champagne tasting as well. And then we got a beautiful dinner of the night. And then the second day, we've got a business conference, 150 companies there from all sorts of companies, SMEs, corporates, entrepreneurs, massive global brands there. And they want to meet people in the UK to do business. And in the night, we got a sponsors dinner, and then we go home. So anyone interested in come to that, let me know, and I'll send you the information. The tickets go live this week. That's pretty much my tips. I've been pretty much quick today, tell you what to go in. But if you want to find any more, if I can help you at all, I'd love to connect with everyone here. I'm on stand number 12, just down there. And please, guys, anyone, any questions? I'm here to serve you guys. So thank you. Me and Peter work on 40 companies, and he's the former COO of Virgin Media at 3.6 billion, 12,000 employees. He used to be one of my clients, and he nagged me for about a year, come and help this network. I'm too busy. So I said, right, okay, because he's the chairman, I said, I'll tell you what, I'll come in and I'll help you grow the network. My background is run a company called Introbiz. A lot of people know who they are. But if you go to YouTube and you watch the Introbiz Expo in 2018, where I brought Lord Sugar and Grant Cardone to the UK, and some of the biggest names on the planet. John was there, Santosh was there. There were 7,000 people. It was one of the biggest events in the UK ever seen. You can watch that video there. We had all the apprentice winners there. We had all the Dragon's Den that I worked with. It's one of the biggest shows I've done for the last 10 years. So that was one of my proudest moments. The following year, we had Richard planned to come to the UK to speak at our events, and guess what happened? COVID. Couldn't take the risk, no chance. So we didn't do that. So that's how I got involved with the Hungarian community. And so I'm passionate about increasing international trade. The trade between the two countries is about 7 billion. They've got about 7,000 companies, Marks Spencer's, Tesco's, all the big brands. And what we do then is we encourage people to do trade in Hungary and vice versa. In fact, so there's more people from Hungary coming here than there's us going there. We had 50 companies last month. With Santosh spoke on stage. We signed about 20 companies. We've got 100 in November coming to meet the UK. I had them all in a big boardroom at the Chamber of Commerce in London last month. And I sat them all down. I said, put your hands up. How many people here have got connections in the UK? 2 put their hands up. None of them got nothing. So they want to meet people to do business. And some of these companies do 100 million turnover.